Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing fine and dandy in these present moments. Thanks for being here everyone. Let us tap right in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with us. Collective energy, please Spirit, collective energy. Collective energy, please Spirit, collective energy. What storyline would you like to share with the collective, please? Collective energy, please Spirit, collective energy. What storyline would you like to share with the collective, please Spirit? Alrighty then, in the central energy, collective energy, in the central energy. We have the Three of Pentacles here. Teamwork, collaborating. One last push toward the final goal. In the challenge position, we have High Priestess reversed. They may be disconnected from source. Ignorant, lacking understanding. So, they're working together, but they don't have any understanding. They've been disconnected. They were ignorant about what they were working on. In the subconscious, we've got the Six of Swords. There's a relationship ending. They could be thinking about getting left behind. They might be thinking about safety, because security is on this card. So they might be trying to think about security, a way to get safe, a way to leave this behind themselves. Excuse me. In the recent past, we've got the Seven of Wands. You persevered through whatever challenge they were trying to throw at you, and you maintained control. They could be thinking about you leaving. You're leaving. They had a misunderstanding regarding you. Intentions and expectations. Celebration. So you held your own during this challenge that these ones were bringing at you with their ignorance, and you're celebrating now, or the expectation is that you will celebrate because you stood your ground. They couldn't take you out, and you're moving on. In the near future, yeah, Ace of Pentacles. You got yourself a new prosperous venture here. Whatever it is you're doing, it's working out. It's working out good. It'll be abundant. The lens it's being looked through. Oh, the star. Bling, bling, bling. The light is on. The light is on. All shiny. Look at you. Coming into your purpose, shining light into the world, spreading your spiritual fortune, which is your happiness, your balance, your harmony, your understanding, your empathy, all of these beautiful gifts that you share with others in this world. Heal. It's healing. Your empathy, your understanding, your beautiful love light is healing. This could be part of the career you're doing, running around in the world, singing songs to the forest, spreading your healing love light into all that is in the environment. Yeah, your love light. Ace of Cups. There's this new love. Love is born anew. Love is being born anew. Like it's these new feelings of compassion. It's a fresh start based in love and light. Hopes and fears. So there's judgment. This journey may not have been an easy one, and you may find comfort in sharing your struggles with others to find camaraderie. Hopes and fears. You're facing your challenges head on. You're entering a new phase. You're entering a new phase. And in the outcome, we've got the Knight of Swords reversed. Somebody's unfocused and burnt out. They have no direction here. They were coming after you ignorantly, and you're leaving them behind. They had a disregard for consequences, and maybe they do now. They're rushing in. They're restless. They're unfocused. They can't defend their beliefs. There's no defense for what they've done. They can't even defend themselves for what they've done. Your strength. You are very strong. And there's King of Swords is here in truth and clarity. Very strong. Bringing about swift change. Strength and clarity. Strength, truth, swift change to what? This King of Pentacles business? There's a Tower here. Ooh, and he's got this, yeah, and the Emperor is here. So this, whoa, man. So you've got very strong truth and wielded by this King of Swords. Swift change is happening to this King of Pentacles business or whatever authority. There's a freaking Tower being brought on by an Emperor as they close out this wheel of destiny or start it up. Judgment's being called here. Judgment's being called here on the work that they've been doing, and they have to go away. They have to go away. Oh my gosh. So they've been doing some real hard work here, and they're under judgment for it. The Emperor is like, they know the truth. The King of Swords knows the truth about how this King of Pentacles got their money. They were working real hard doing stuff that was not so savory, and now they're suffering a loss. They got to move on. They were in the High Priestess reverse energy. They had a hidden agenda, and they were disconnected from their intuition. They didn't know what they were doing. They were just operating out of selfishness and ignorance while calling you ignorant. So what's happening here is they were doing some hard work against you to try to destroy you. They got to move on because they're not taking part in this Two of Cups and this Ten of Cups. They don't get it. They don't get it because the light has been shined on everything that they've been doing, and they're in a nightmare. They're in a nightmare. King of Wands has overcome challenges, is making plans for the future. Reconciled. Queen of Swords is here too. Wow, this is the whole team's here. Courageous, resting in truth. Got love here. The love light is on. The love light is bling, bling, bling. Keep your light on. Keep your light on. The love light. So there's a team here. There's a group of people who have been collaborating here. We've got haunted in the reverse. So, okay, so there's a team working here. They're not haunted. They're undoing a haunting. They could be undoing spells of hauntings that were coming about by this upside down high priestess. So they're undoing these goals. They're working for security. They're undoing these hauntings. They're getting rid of spirits. They're fighting the spirits that have been sent out to harass the mental body of people. So that's what they're doing. They're clearing the collective mental field of these nefarious dead people that have been tripping everybody up. That's what it looks like to me. So there's a team working on security for the mental body of the collective. They're removing the spirits that have been haunting this field of awareness. The challenge is the high priestess in the reversed, who is very ignorant and disconnected from their intuition. They're operating out of selfishness and they're very shallow. They don't have an understanding. They're just selfish and shallow, and they want to be cruel. They want to be cruel. They want to be cruel. This is a teacher who is a chicken. So they're afraid. And now that these nefarious demonic spirits aren't able to haunt the mental body of the collective, this teacher is afraid. This high priestess reversed is having some fear because they're not able to haunt people or a person, place, or thing. Six of Swords, this relationship is ending. Whatever that has been going on with this chicken teacher high priestess reverse, it's ending. This baggage is being released. There's security here. Yeah, you're sovereign. You're a sovereign being, and you are leaving that baggage behind. You are out of here. High Priestess reverse, bafang freaking goo. The haunting is moving back on you. That's exactly what it is. They're reversing all of these hauntings, this team. Putting it back on this chicken teacher, High Priestess reversed, who had a misunderstanding about you, a sovereign being. You're like, I don't want these gifts. Back on you, and I'm getting in my boat and leaving. Seven of Wands. You persevered through this challenge. You maintained control. Standing up for yourself. And you're being congratulated. You held your own. A sovereign being against this upside down, this corrupt high priestess. So you're being congratulated. There's a celebration here. A community, a whole community that has been working with you, collaborating with you. So they worked with you regarding security, sending back all of the hauntings or undoing them, and then they're here celebrating. the success. You were able to leave it behind and get out of there. Addiction. Addiction. Somebody's got addictions. So there's an Ace of Pentacles here in the near future. Privilege in the reverse. So there's a new career, you're gaining prosperity, which means what? Somebody's losing their status of privilege. This addict. You maintained control regarding these addicts that were coming after you. These who were addicted to your energy, addicted to your services, addicted to you. The Star. They were addicted to your energy and they wanted it. They're not privileged. You are, and they wanted your energy. They wanted to dress up in it and they wanted to pretend that they were you. Perfection in the reverse. So you are a star. You have rejuvenated. You are healed. You're a healer. These ones didn't act perfectly. They don't see you as perfect. They didn't see you as perfect. They're addicted to your light. They're not important. They're not sovereign beings. They're upside down, cruel and bitter and jealous. And they're ignorant. You know, they're not upright. They don't have legitimate knowledge. They're disconnected from source. So you're the Ace of Cups. You got these new feelings. The love is waking up. The love is waking up. You were able to self-preserve. The love in you saved you. The love in you saved you. The love that you have for yourself, the love that you have for people and families saved you. There's judgment here. You're entering into a new phase. You're entering into a new phase. Absence. You might be calling judgment on the absent father there could be a rebirth here where this misogynist jackwagon will be made absent. You don't have to deal with them. Those people who are leading this kind of feminine energies against you. We've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. They have no direction. They have a disregard for consequences. They're being very unpredictable right now. They can't defend their beliefs. They have no defense. So now they're just out there chaos, getting all wacky because they're being made absent. Judgment is being called on them for being absent. They didn't support you. They didn't take care of you. They didn't offer you a foundation. They were not responsible with their family. There's going to be a change here. There's change. Somebody's acting without consequences because there's a change here. They can't just... There's a change here. We're moving into conscientiousness. This witch. So we're sweeping the floors of this witch. The witches are leaving the foundation. The witches are leaving the foundation. They were coming after peaceful people for entertainment, hurting them for fun. These optimistic creators, manifestors, they're innocent. And they're receiving a promise. Or maybe they were coming after those who were innocent. The optimistic creators who write the song, sing the song, write the poem, build the infrastructure. Those innocent people who have a promise coming to them. This player wanted that to be seen as a limelight. They wanted that compass of these innocent people. These are absent fathers who decided that they needed to corrupt the offspring, the children. They didn't want them to grow up and be all they could be, because they intended fully to strip them of their future and their potential, and then make it their own. They're here and now. They want to be you. They want to be you. They could want to martyr you because you're seen as important. You're an important leader, and they want your things. But you remember what they're doing. This is a personality, an actor that wants your body. Maybe they need a body because it's time for prophecy to play out. Time for prophecy to play out. They're losing their body. They're out of here. They made themselves absent the whole time. They did not raise these children to grow up and be powerful men and leaders. They did not do that. They crushed them emotionally, energetically. They crushed them and stripped them of their soul song, and then left them without a foundation, without security. In fact, they probably invited others in to abuse them. These ancestors exploring different ways to hurt those who care about themselves so that they could take their house, their temple, their body, anything that belongs to them, their spiritual inheritance, their wealth, their happiness. So they had a misperception of you, and you have a defense here, your evermore and your purpose. You have a defense from this conflict that's coming from an unknown location, spying upon you, remote viewing you. You have empathy for others. You're stable, you're reliable, you're strong, you're secure, and you're arcana. You're a sovereign being, and you are being forgiven for whatever it is that they got creative about. You are a creator, and they were relying on you big time with this backstory. When they were as you, when they were pretending that they were you, they were fighting with everybody. This religion, were horseplaying around, pretending that they were you from an invisible place, but they were seen. You didn't do anything. It was all this snake trying to compete with you. A wise guy. But you survived the hardship. And now you're telling everybody about the work that was done against you, the work that they were doing to appear as you, this tribe. They wanted to have the appearance of shine. So they took you out and they stole it. They gave it to this upside down, venomous person, this chicken teacher. They were afraid of you, so they needed to destroy you. You didn't do a damn thing. You're a wholesome person. And they sent all these spirits after you, trying to get you to, with drama, trying to get you to go in the grave. Bunch of jackasses, puppeting your life, driving your life into horrible traumatic circumstances in the hopes that they could take your love and your throne, your position, your destiny. Somebody taught them this, how to drive you, how to drive others' lives, and their justice is that they're going to be disconnected. They're going to be disconnected from everything that these vain people thought they were going to get. From all of their expectations, they will be disconnected. They're going to be disconnected from your services. They don't get to have anything to do with you anymore. They don't get to take advantage of your gifts, of your love. They don't get to take advantage of your light, of your regeneration and healing modality. They have to go, they're on their own. And your team here is making sure they can't haunt you anymore. They're dealing with these addicts, these people who have been siphoning your light, who are addicted to your energy, dressing up like they are that, but they're afraid. They're afraid here. They're afraid because you're seen. They were unsuccessful. Their brutality could not overcome your sovereignty. Their shallow, selfish envy could not overcome your sovereignty, your light, your love. They tried to paint you as though you weren't perfect. Maybe they didn't handle things perfectly. Maybe whatever they did, they saw you as imperfect and they were like sadly mistaken. You were able to heal whatever it was they were trying to disrupt. So you have a team here. There's a team here working on reversals of these mental hauntings. They're clearing up the mental field. We've got forgiveness here. Somebody's wanting forgiveness. They're struggling to get over the past. The hauntings are reversing. They're going back on this high priestess. This chicken teacher. This teacher. They're afraid now. And struggling to get over the past. The past hauntings which they sent to you are going back on them. They're trying to escape. They want to escape. They're afraid. Because all the spirits that they sent to haunt you are back on them. The relationship is ending. You're a sovereign being. You're leaving them behind. You're like, out of here. You take your gifts. I'm not accepting this kind of crap from you. And you are going to just keep that. It's time and it's too late for them to do anything about it. You're a sovereign being and you're releasing the baggage that has been latching itself onto you and forcing you to carry it around. Their burdens, their debts, their selfishness. You have been carrying the energy of this for them and it's over. You stood up for yourself. You maintained control you persevered through this challenge and you're being congratulated here. You did it by loving yourself, by recognizing the divine within you and treating it like royalty as it should be. When the whole world tried to strip you of any ounce of self-care or self-respect, you recognized the divine within you and you treated it like royalty and it pulled you through this. Intentions and expectations. You've got the Three of Cups here. There's a celebration. What's going on with this addiction? What's a celebration? Irreplaceable. Somebody was addicted to your love. The way you love can never be matched. The way you love can never be matched. And these addicts were coming at you so freaking hard that you had to preserve yourself. You had to do whatever was necessary in order to save your damn self because these ones were going to suck you dry. They were going to take everything from you, including the light. They tried. They were wanting to drain you of your light and your love. These addicts, they're addicted to your energy. Your energy is like a drug to these ones. And you know what they do? They project that out onto the world. They offer you cannabis, they offer you alcohol, and then they call you an addict. When it is them the whole time siphoning your energy and just getting high on your life force vitality. It's a drug. It's the best kind for vampires. So you're celebrating. These addicts are addicted to your love. You're irreplaceable. They know that. You've got an Ace of Pentacles here. So you've got your prosperity, your abundance. You're coming into a new career. There's a cycle about to begin anew. And these ones have lost their status of privilege. Their values were all about money. They weren't here to create light and love. They were here to siphon it out of the experience of others. So you're the star. You've got a spiritual fortune. You are this magnificent light. These ones, they didn't see the perfection in you. They could not see it. They were so focused on this, they could not see how perfect your light was, how perfect your spirit is. You're entering into a new chapter. It could be that you're healing those things that were seen as imperfections. Those imperfections that were placed upon you are being renewed. It's kind of like, you know, in the Bible where it says that what he makes them white as snow, like he cleans them of all their blemishes. It's kind of like that. The light is being shined on the imperfections and being healed and renewed. There's a renewal of the imperfections that these ones have placed upon people. There's a new chapter here. You got your love. Look, a responsible new chapter for families. So there's a new chapter for families. You've got your Ace of Cups. You're full of love, and this is marriage and proposal. New baby. You were able to preserve yourself. Therefore, you're moving on into this new chapter. They could not take you out. You're leaving them behind. You're a sovereign being. These ones. So there's habits here. You were able to preserve yourself from those who were coming at you with habitual patterns. Or you were able to self-preserve through whatever habitual patterns had been laid upon you. Those imperfections that were laid upon you, they're being healed, they're being renewed. So if there was addictions, if there was anger, if there was any kind of pull, there's a judgment being called on this person. These misogynists are going to go away. They're not going to be here anymore. Those people who really tried to destroy sovereign beings, to flip everything into the south node for families. They wanted the strength of the family tree to turn into a big F fest with these third-party hoe bags. They really organized it and worked for it. So judgment is being called on their absence. Judgment is being called on their habitual patternings regarding the siphoning and the abuse of light and love in sovereign beings. The neglect. They neglected these people, these children, these sovereign children. They neglected them and abused them horrifically in order to ensure that they did not advance into their highest potential, so that they could then siphon the love, the light, and the positioning, the status. It's cruelty. They were definitely committed to it. They neglected their marriages. And then they brought in abuse and addiction so that they could squash their own family tree and raise themselves up and live for 3,000 years, live for 5,000 years, live forever on the life force energy and vitality of the children that I create. Whatever. It's a commodity of my own creation. I can use it and abuse it as I want. I brought you into the world. I can take you out of it. That's their mentality. They don't recognize the sovereignty of the child or the mother. So they have no defense, and now they're having a disregard for consequence because there's a big change happening. They're not seen anymore. Look, they missed their opportunity. There's a big change here. They're under judgment because they're a third-party hoe bag, an irresponsible, abusive little a-hole who doesn't give a crap about the potentiality or helping their children become their full potentiality so that they can be great leaders, strong, secure, stable. They decided to tear down the family tree so that they could appear as though they were that. They sabotaged themselves. These third parties were trying to sabotage the responsible families. People are talking about it. They don't know what to do. They're entering a new destiny. Everybody's entering their new destiny. They don't know what to do. They want to have a conversation. They want this soul tie to you, or maybe whoever it is that you're experiencing a soul tie with wants to have a conversation with you. There is a mending of this connection. Nobody's able to get into your space. They're being held back. So you're safe from these reflections, these shadowy reflections that were daydreaming about being you. They didn't appreciate a commitment. They didn't appreciate any of the commitments that they made. Their marriages, their unions, they did not appreciate it. They abused them. They got into it, and then they made themselves absent, and then they didn't give a crap. That's the truth. The truth has been revealed regarding these secrets. And these fancy schmancy hat-wearing fools that were chasing after you using passion are getting detached. This is an unexpected outcome, and they're reminiscing about how funny it was. Oh, it was so funny. But it's not too funny anymore because they're getting reciprocity with a soul contract. They're going to have to experience everything that they put you through. And you're going to go and you're going to get what you've been giving. All of this love. All of that energy that they forced you to put out. That they took from you. All of that happiness, all of that joy, all of that settled and stable energy while they were implanting seeds of worry, seeds of anger, seeds of lack. They're feeling overwhelmed and stressed by the damage that they caused. They're hurting. You never gave up hope for faithful union, and you have an understanding of what has been happening here. Both of you understand what both of you have been going through. It's been a harsh battle. You both have been on your own journey separately, working your way back to each other. There's unfinished business here for the guilty ones who moved against you in an inseparable union here. So they moved against your inseparable union because they were unsatisfied with their own life. And now there's unfinished business here and they're running away. They got themselves in some big ass trouble for lying on you. They had all these clones out here, all these makeshift yous out here doing whatever so that they could frame you for whatever activities they were enjoying. And they made mistakes trying to mess around with your reunion. And now these egoic, prideful people, these little Jezebels, they're feeling broken and shattered. They're confused because they're seen as unworthy. They're in regret. They think you should understand how they feel. And they're definitely feeling your absence. You were the love. You were the light. You were the sovereign being that was making everything all right. And rather than love you and appreciate you and look at you as though you were a blessing in life, they decided to destroy you. Which means they were destroying their own life, their own happiness. Because if they were destroying the one that was making that possible, then that means that they were effectively destroying their own opportunity to enjoy it. They thought that their magic could twist it and manipulate it and make it okay. And maybe they still do. They're addicted to your energy. They're addicted to you. You are an irreplaceable being. The way you love and the light, your energy, it can never be matched. And rather than love you, they chose to try to destroy you and then wear you like a coat. Oh, it's mine. It's like those little foxes, those little foxes out in the woods. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Oh, look at my little shawl. I'm so pretty. Yeah. They want to wear you like a skin. So you got your team here. You and your team are working on returning all of that mental haunting. that these ones have been working. This chicken teacher was working out the mental haunting, the spirits that they sent to attack your mind. They want forgiveness. These ones who did that, the high priestess reverse, you're leaving here. Forgiveness. It could just be that forgiveness here, you're releasing them. You're going to release this chicken teacher who was chasing after you. Yeah, forgiveness is another word for release. It's ending. So this team that's working with you, they are sending back the boomerang effect of all of these spirits that have been attacking the mental field of the collective, driving your mind and your experiences into trauma. That's ending. Forgiveness. You're releasing them. You're going to get over that past, all right? You're going to let it go. High priestess, she's challenged. She's all messed up in the head. It's ending. You're leaving her behind. So she's been disconnected from her intuition. She's very selfish and shallow. She's a chicken. And she's been teaching people how to hurt others, how to send out spirits to attack their minds. And now they're looking for an escape because it's all going back to her. Please do what you need to do with the genders. All that neglect, all that hurt, it's going back to her. And now they need an escape. It's really, really hard right now. You were a diamond. They were never going to get you. You're the hardest substance in the world, or the whatever, gem, whatever. And you're big. You're like special. You're pink. They need to escape things now because things are getting real difficult. It was too damn hard to take you out. And now you got a team here that's sending it all back. All of it's back. So this high priestess reversed, you're not the only sovereign being that they've been attacking. Okay. And it's all like every attack that they sent out to every person, every spirit, every malevolent spirit that they sent out to attack the mental body and to drive the mental body, the consciousness of others into a trauma, a lower vibrational, angry, negative state. It's all going back. Every one of them. So it's not just the many times that they cursed you, it's the many times that they cursed all of you. So this group here that is collaborating together to return to boomerang all of these mental hauntings, all these spirits that have been attacking your mind, you're leaving it. The relationship with that is leaving. You're moving on. You're leaving. You're a sovereign being, definitely standing in your power, and it's too late for them to take any action against you. Time is out. Rocky, in the reverse. They cannot bring hardship to you. It's ending. And their life, their difficulties are just beginning. So you were able to persevere through these challenges. You've got protection here. You've got a team working with you. You stood up for yourself and you maintained control. You're being congratulated. The love that you have for the inner divine, the essence of the all that is in you. You loved and it pulled you through. So there's a congratulations here. This community is experiencing happiness. These ones that were coming after you, these addicts, they have an addiction to your love. They know that you're irreplaceable. They're grieving here. These addicts are grieving because you are irreplaceable and yet they've lost you. Yeah, they've lost you because they neglected you. Those who were addicted to you have lost you. They're grieving. You're irreplaceable. They'll never get another you. You got this magnificent love cup and your star is just boo. There's nobody that has light and love in them like you. You are a very prosperous and abundant person. This energy that is coming into you, that these ones siphoned off of you, they took a lot of energy from you over time. Now you may be older, But all of your life, they've been sucking your energy out of you and piling on death energy and crap energy on their karma. They've been offloading their karma onto you while they've been sucking out your spiritual inheritance. So you've really, as a sovereign being, you've really had to step up the love and the light in you, because they kept taking it. So your production of it had to increase so that you could heal and leave it behind. So while you became more than you ever were before, and they can't take credit for you because it was your choice in union with Source Divine to rise. They've lost their status of privilege. Their values were all about money. They were addicted to your energy, to your love, to your light. They neglected you and they've lost you. Everything that they have is crumbling. They've lost their status of privilege. Their values were not yours. You are the star. It's like those perfections that they placed upon you are being healed and rejuvenated. And this is a new chapter. It's like you will be made fresh and new. And those ones who are coming after you, they're going to be set adrift. They're leaving. They're out of your life. They're moving on. They're going away. Those who have imperfections, or it could be the light in you, this divine source connected light in you could be eliminating those who aren't seen as perfect in this new chapter, that they're sending them adrift. Could very well be that. You've got this, look, they want your forgiveness. You're an Ace of Cups. Your love can't be matched. You're irreplaceable. And you're coming into, you may be getting a proposal, a marriage. You were able to preserve yourself against those who were habitually hurting you. They were trying to use your love as an escape. Look at this. There's not a long road. So you don't have a long way to go now before these ones will be made distant. Very distant. Ace of Cups. Love, a proposal. Self-preservation from those who have habitual patternings of using love as an escape route. Very, very soon you will be moved far, far away, or they will be moved far, far away. Judgment is being called on their absence, on their lack of care, on their intention of neglecting you and failing to give you what you needed to elevate into your best self. These people sucked you dry, your happiness, your potential, your future. They didn't give a crap. Not one crap did they give. Childish in the reverse. They can't even... They knew what they were doing. This is an adult. This could be that they are being very childish. They don't want to admit to being childish. They neglected you. They weren't being childish. They knew. This was the adult in the freaking room. And they made certain, very callously, premeditatively, to birth the child and then to make themselves absent and neglect them. They intended to do this. They were not even being childish. They were being malicious. Malicious, selfish, shallow. Knight of Swords in the reverse. They have no defense. They have no direction. You're leaving them behind. You're releasing the baggage. Those who have been coming at you with imperfection, they've not been honoring you. They've not been approaching you with any kind of respect. They have been coming at you very incorrectly. And now they're being removed from your new chapter. Piss on them. They've missed their opportunity to take part in your light and in your love, your irreplaceable love, and they're crushed. They knew exactly what they were doing. They were very malicious and cruel. Everything's in pieces. They're crushed. Everything's falling apart. Everything's in ruins. It was your love and your light that was keeping these people or this person afloat. They have to face it. You're being very aggressive, but you're just protecting yourself. You're like, get out of my face, you know? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. But they keep trying to reconnect with you because they want to play games with your love. It's a freaking thing. They're struggling. They're drowning. They're going under. They're getting lost in this rabbit hole that they tried to suck you in, but you're leaving them behind. You're like, get away from me. Stop pushing in on my energy. Just stop. But they have secrets. Their secrets are that they broke every promise that they ever made to you regarding your needs. They didn't take care of you. They made a promise and then they made themselves absent. They extracted all of your spiritual inheritance and they neglected to give you any of it while hurting you, crushing you, taking away your potential. They're having anxiety right now. They don't know what's going to happen. They want forgiveness because they did that to many flames and they're tired now. They've been cut off of your energy. They've been cut off of your love. They've been cut off your light. Many flames. They did this to. That's how they get along. Free energy, they call it. And they're tired now because they've been cut off and they're stuck in the dark side. They could be stuck in the dark side with all of these flames that were just another notch in the headboard. And it could be that they're tired now because those many flames are sucking the life right out of them. They got caught up in a whirlwind and they can't free themselves from this entanglement. Everything's falling apart and they need an exit plan. They really screwed up. They burned themselves and their cup is empty. They're very guilty. They wanted to appear as this, but they didn't want to be that. They wanted to appear as this, but they wanted to be this. And they sent out spirits, malevolent spirits, to mess with your mind, to cause you lots of disturbances and grief. You know, all that negative self-talk is not yours. It's implants, seeds. That's why, you know, one of the most important things we can do for ourselves is to consciously choose the verbiage that is flowing through our mental body. We can say, that one can stay, that thought form can stay, that thought form cannot live here. And then you clean house. You choose which thoughts get to stay, because a lot of those negative thoughts, they're not yours. They're implants meant to haunt you, to drive you crazy. But you got a team working with you here, and they can't do it to you anymore. This high priestess reversed. Nasty little hoe bag. Disconnected from intuition. Whatever knowledge she has, it's stolen light and love knowledge. She's got some teacher, bad teacher. She's afraid of this teacher, or this teacher is afraid. Look, plans in the reverse. Their plans didn't manifest. They're looking for an escape. This is ending. Their plans did not manifest. They're asking for forgiveness, but it's a release. You're releasing them. You're releasing them. It could be that the spirits that they sent toward you to F your mind up are being forgiven. Maybe they're wanting forgiveness and they're ending it. They're not going to mess with you anymore. Whatever this high priestess reverse plans were, they did not manifest. These spirits don't want to haunt you anymore. It could be that this team, you know, you're being protected by them. They don't want, yeah, empathy. I will provide emotional support and always try to understand you. So they want to escape. They want to escape. Things are very, very hard right now. They need your empathy. They're challenged by your empathy. They're challenged because you are the emotional support. You're very, very stable, and you're leaving them behind. You are the light and the love. You are the one who provides emotional support and tries to understand people. You are the one that lifts them up. And they tried to bring you down, dress up in your energy and pretend that they were the one who lifts people up. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? So you got the Six of Swords here. You're leaving that baggage behind. You're moving on to calmer waters. The relationship with these reversals, these upside down folks, or it's all over. You're a sovereign being. It's time to move on. And they cannot take any action against you. They cannot curse you. They cannot make your life hard. That's great news. Your presence is appreciated, and people know that you're a safe place. And they're offering you a safe place. You're being offered a safe place. They can no longer make life difficult for you. You're being welcomed. You stood up for yourself in this challenge. You maintained control. You held your own. Your inner fortitude, your inner love for the divine that flows through you, pulled you through. This is why inner connection with the divine is so important. In these extreme challenges, it's the love of the divine in you which will pull you through. They call it self-love because you recognize it as you, but it's the all that is in you. It pulls you through. Don't cut yourself off from it. And there's a celebration here. A community is celebrating. These addicts are grieving. You are irreplaceable. The way you love can never be matched. Boy, they had a great time while they were forcing you to care. But they've lost you because they neglected you. Jackwagons, they're needing a safe space. Yelling. They're mad, they're unhappy. They want you to feel as badly as they do. They could be trying to telepathically send crap your way. Energetically, they might be trying to offload or projecting their upsettedness onto you, their harsh feelings. They want to take advantage of your empathy. They want you to transmute and process these energies for them. They're trying to stick it to you, but it's too hard. It's very difficult. They can't do that now. Look, because you're positive. Your intentions have always been pure. You have truly only wanted to improve the people's lives. But they neglected you hard. They abused your love. They abused your light. This beautiful, irreplaceable being. You're abundant. You're prosperous. You are the wealth. And these ones whose values were all about money have not lost their status of privilege. They never were that. It was all a facade. They want to check in. They want to get into your energy. It's a trick. They want to trick you. You're the star, and you're releasing those who did not see your perfection. It could be that whatever imperfections they laid upon you to make you appear as though you were something other than what you are being renewed, rejuvenated, and cleared. The light is undoing whatever imperfections these ones tried to lay upon you. This is a new chapter, and those who were not willing to settle down or be responsible with families, they're going away because they're chaff. There's no use for them. They don't care about the children that they create. They strip them of their potentiality so that they can lift their own selfish lives up for the momentary purpose. But then if they can do this for thousands of years, then this is just a way of life for them. To create offspring so that they can have a ownership of the genetics and energy of this particular life form, and they can do whatever they want with it because it's a contract. Contracts really need to change. These ones have been taking advantage of precious life, claiming it as their own. They're not giving it its own sovereignty. But you are a sovereign being. And great news, you are leaving this crap behind. It's just not nice what they've been doing to you. Just not nice. Causing all this chaos in your life. They can't do it anymore because it came out in the upside down. So these people, they're being set adrift, and they're no longer able to bring chaos into your world. All of the imperfections that they had tried to lay upon you are coming off of you. All of those things that they wanted you to be seen as, all of those projections, their own personal traits and qualities they were projecting onto you, that's coming off. All of those imperfections are coming off. You're shining a light on it. They're being renewed. They're being revitalized. The sun, the light is going to go blast them out, and you're going into a new chapter. This tribe can no longer bring you chaos. You are love. You were able to self-preserve whatever habitual patternings that these ones were placing upon you. They were looking for an escape. They want your love to give them clearance. Very, very soon, these ones are going to go far, far away from you. These greedy ones will be gone. They're going to go far, far away from you. They're looking for an escape. These people who are coming after you habitually, they're looking for an escape. They need your love to cover them. Very, very soon, not too far away, they're going to go far, far away. These greedy ones. These greedy ones who were deliberately manipulating the perceptions and getting people to doubt you through illusions. These so-called adults. Destroying the children in the world so that they would never be able to compete. That's the truth. It's the truth. Knight of Swords reversed. They don't have any excuses for what they do. They can't defend themselves. There's a change here, and they've missed their opportunity to maintain their status. They're feeling crushed by this. emotionally. They're trying to manipulate people's perceptions right now. They want to travel. They want to check in. They want to travel to your location and get into your physicality. They've missed their opportunity with you to jack you around with magic in the astral, remote viewing, astral traveling, all this crap. They want to check in and get a small favor. They need a safe space. They need to entangle themselves in your energy. They need you to help them carry their karmic debt. You are the love. You are the light. And they effed up bad. They're very curious if they can come at you with their negative intentions. They don't care about you. They're hoping you're curious as to what they have to say. They're desperate to know how your mind works. They're desperate to know what you know regarding their unfriendliness of the past. They want to come in now and support your health and offer advice. But these are the very same people. This imposter is trying to reconnect. Yeah. They tried to tear you down. And this imposter that you may not even know, they gained a false contract in the ethers. And you may have had a horrible life without marriage, without children, without any kind of stability or support. And that's because these jackasses used black magic to get a false contract in the ethers. And then they drained you of your spiritual inheritance while you suffered in the 3D world. They made themselves absent. They didn't give any of it to the child that you may have had with this person if you did get together with them. They may have hopped in as some quickie, impregnated you to bind that contract, right? To solidify it. And then they proceeded to drain you of your spiritual inheritance. And they didn't give anything to that child. They didn't want that child to grow up and be a competitor. So they targeted its mother, who has great love, great light, and then they drained that account so that child would never become a competitor, never challenge them, never rise above them, never question their authority. They neglected them on purpose, didn't give them anything that they wanted, led them into traumatic events and suffering. That was what they did for a career. That's how they got their wealth and their status. People are talking about it, how they deliberately manipulated everyone's perception of reality regarding love, regarding your love. Your love. This beautiful, vibrant love. They spun so many freaking stories about you because for some reason they worked with people. Oh, they collaborated with people and they wanted revenge on you because of what? A loan? They took a loan? Somebody that they collaborated with may want revenge on them because they owe money and they weren't able to get you this gift that they were coming after, thinking it was so funny. Yeah, be wary of anybody who's traveling and trying to connect with you now. Be wary of anybody who's trying to connect with you right now. This is dangerous time right here. These ones are desperate and they have a disregard for consequences. They have lost, they have effed up, they have been seen, they have been witnessed. They are being removed from the platform and they're desperate to get back into your energy. That's a trick. They want to trick you bad because they need your wealth, your love, your light, your vitality, your actual wisdom and connections to the divine because they don't have it. They've been taking it from you, the true sovereign being. They weren't just being childish. They knew exactly what they were doing. It was premeditated. It was a way of life. To pretend to love somebody and then to systematically destroy them. Not only the mothers, but the children that they produced through them. Also, they could take the gifts of the sovereign beings. These are not sovereign beings. They don't have a status of privilege without you. These are addicted to your energy, neglectful little a-holes. Apparently, somebody's going to show up, and this person who has a savior complex, yeah, they're going to show up soon, and they're going to try to take the heat off them. Body shames. They criticize, mock, and make negative judgments about another's appearance. These ones, their plans did not work out. They were trying to shame you. And it didn't work out. They were planning to shame you. They want this. They want forgiveness for being such a jackass. This jealous, selfish little bitch. They're afraid now. They want to escape. They have been so freaking mean. So freaking mean. Gossips, possessive. People are gossiping about this person. Their hidden agenda. This is a teacher who is afraid now because their plans didn't work out. All of their plans are ending. All of the hauntings that they sent out, all of the mental maliciousness that they sent out with their magic or whatever spirits they sent out, it's boomeranging, it's going back. This is a possessive person who demands the attention of love without consideration of love's time or emotions. They look at you as a possession. And they have been spreading a lot of bad rumors about you. The relationship is ending. You're the true sovereign being and you're letting them go. It's time. There's nothing they can do about it. You've got great news. Your presence is appreciated, and somebody's here as a safe space for you. You've got protection here. Nobody's able to make your life rocky. They cannot attack you anymore. These overindulgent jackasses, they can't attack you anymore. I'm sorry, I'm swearing. I just don't really like this. They're overindulgent because they're trying to numb any negative emotions. It's their coping mechanism. They drink, they do drugs, they have sex, they hurt people, they spread their pain into the world because they're too damn lazy to work through their traumas and their triggers. So they spill it, they vomit it into the world, and they force light-loving, light-bearing people who love greatly to process and transmute their garbage for them. They don't want to process and transmute their own garbage. They just want to look pretty and put it on you as cruelly as they can while they siphon out your love, your light, your empathy. You stood up for yourself in this challenge. You were able to persevere. You maintained control of your own life. You're being congratulated for loving the divine in you. These ones are so mad, they're yelling. They're trying to get into your personal space, but they're not able to. You've got protection here. And those who have been overindulging on your love energy, on your light energy, they can't any longer. They can't dress themselves up in it. And just this morning, I heard that whatever, this could be a clone of you, they're malfunctioning. they don't have your energy anymore. They're not connected to your love. They're not connected to your light, and they're malfunctioning. So they're going to try to do an unaliving, a public unaliving, and then they're going to seek a death certificate, and then they're going to try to take what actually belongs to the true blue sovereign being. So this is their next scam. They're going to unalive the clone, or the one who's been pretending to be you, this high priestess here. And then they're going to try to get a death certificate and say that you're gone and take what belongs to you. Oh, and these 3 cards flipped, so let me get them. So they're hoping that you're going to be agreeable. Or maybe people are agreeable here. You are making decisions in order to keep the peace. You don't want to hurt other people's feelings. You're very hospitable. And you're receiving congratulations while under this challenge. You're not a seriously deranged person. You're detaching yourself. You've detached yourself from these people who are yelling at you. People are a person. Take it as it resonates. They're having difficulty engaging with you. They're yelling telepathically. And energetically, they're trying to push themselves in on you. But you've detached yourself and you're ghosting them. You've ended the relationship suddenly and without explanation, and you have withdrawn from all forms of communication. You've detached yourself. They're yelling at you. They're trying so desperately to get into your space, but they're not able to. You've got protection here. A team. The 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. There is a celebration here. Those who were addicted to your energy, to your love, they're grieving. They have lost the irreplaceable person. The way you love can never be matched. They neglected you. A positive, loving individual whose intentions were pure. You only wanted to improve their life. They have an inferiority complex. So because they have an inferiority complex, and they're not able to work through their own mental and emotional circumstances, they decided that they were going to try to unalive you, to brutalize you, to tear you down, to steal everything that you have, so that they can then dress up in it and think of themselves as you. If they could destroy you, then that means they could overpower you and that they must be better than you. They have an inferiority complex because they can't produce all of these good things, all of these magnificent love cups, all of this brilliant light. They don't have it within them. All they have is destruction. And they came at you as hard as they could. They told as many lies as they could. They had neglected you purposefully in the greatest extent that they could, because they feel inadequate around you. So they wanted to destroy you and make you appear as though you were less than. This own father tried to destroy their own child so that they would never be seen as a successful, powerful adult. They're under judgment for this. They weren't acting childishly. It was as a grown-up adult, very maliciously. And that's the truth. Their values were all about money. They are not a person of privilege. You are. They needed your light. They needed your love. They targeted women and men with light and love in them. They procreated a child, and then they proceeded to empty the spiritual bank account for that light being, those light beings. This is a parasite. This is a malevolent parasite. See, you've got your Ace of Pentacles here. You are very abundant. You are very prosperous. And these people are very materialistic and hot-headed. They're very emotional. They overindulge in substances. They overindulge in negative practices. They overindulge in neglecting those that they have an inferiority complex toward. They want to sound powerful. They want to push their energy in on you. They want to dominate you and your love and your light. They want to spread rumors about you. They want to take credit for who you are. They want in your energy so that they can tell the world that your great status is because they're in your life. They want to take advantage of the goodness that is in you, and then they want to take credit for it being in you simply because you have allowed their energy into your world. And they may come in as a friend so that they can trick you and take advantage of the wealth that you possess. Because they have no privilege. They're just simply addicted to what it is you have, your status, your connections. You're the star, and every imperfection that they have laid upon you is going to be healed. This is a new chapter. Those who were not willing to settle down or be responsible with you or with the children that you had together are being set adrift. They are weed seeds. They're chaff. They have nothing to offer life. And they're no longer able to bring chaos to you. They're being set adrift. They're being let go. These malicious gossipers who projected their own crap onto you, their own inferiority complex. Look, blind loyalty. Blind loyalty. They support others without questioning their behavior and ignore things that are concerning. Blind loyalty. They just decided to go overindulge, oversex, over cruel, over punish. Beautiful, light-bearing, shining ones who love themselves and the divine within them. They're not able to bring you chaos anymore. There's nothing real about them. All they have is raw emotion with a hair trigger, and they don't have any sense about them that is able to process this kind of energy. They're addicted to you and you transmuting this shitty energy for them. They're greedy. They look at you as a possession, and they feel as though they own the energy and vital force which is flowing in your body. They're very egotistical. They think very highly of themselves. It's an exaggerated sense of self due to wanting to match someone else's perceived qualities. They have an inferiority complex to this sovereign being. They're very egotistical. They're in competition with this sovereign being who is simply a big old ace of cups and a bright shining star. These people are pushing in on somebody they don't know because of their love and their light. And their inferiority complex and their ego just can't let it go. It's like, look at that person over there shining so brightly. Oh, I got to go dim that light. I got to go suck that light right out of them. I got to go give them a reason to survive. And they have to prove their superiority by hurting you, neglecting you, damaging your future potentiality. Judgment is being called on this parent or on these adults who do these kinds of things. They have children and they neglect them. They disappear, and then they suck the spiritual inheritance out of the bank account, and then they don't give them anything. And that's the honest to goodness truth. They premeditated this. They target people. They premeditate. They're going to have a child, and then they already know what they're going to do with the love and the light of the parent and of the child. They already know. And they're accusing you of every wrongdoing that they've ever done. And this is why they left you. This is why they left you in that circumstance. This is why they don't care. It's your fault, this absent father. They're accusing others of certain acts because they want to deflect from their own misdeeds and insecurities, their inferiority complex, their egotistical need to compete with anybody who is bright and shining or loving. They can't let anybody be seen as more loving or shiny than them, not even their own children. They got to drain every spiritual fortune that was ever meant to support them and lift them. They got to take it all. They don't want any competition. And there's no defense for this kind of behavior. There's no defense for it. This is sick. Okay, you're being stalked by somebody who's at a distance. Somebody who gained a contract with you in the ethers that was false. They drained you of your spiritual inheritance. They may have come in as a one-night stand or as just a little fluff boy or girl and then caused a pregnancy. This person may have completely jacked up and manipulated your 3D life while keeping other partners from you, while keeping stability and support from you, while draining your spiritual inheritance for you and that child. This is an evil person. And they missed their opportunity. They could not crush you. You've got your freedom from this and you're leaving. You've got support even. And your presence is appreciated. And somebody's saving a safe space for you. These overindulgent ones who were numbing themselves on your love and light, they can't have anything to do with it now. Oh, and I got another card down here. What's this? So laugh. They're not laughing. This isn't laughing. You're not laughing. They neglected you in a serious way. This copycat. They're pretending to be fathers and mothers, but this is a copycat. This is a parasitical entity. A time traveling or space traveling, whatever's in these suits, procreating, draining the spiritual inheritance out of these light loving people. They're pretenders. This isn't even a real entity. A real human. Whatever this entity is in that suit, it's either a fallen angel or it's some time traveler from the future who really has their panties in a wad because you became something special. So what? They need to crush you now. And they need to pretend to be you. There's a check-in. They want to travel to you and check in because they're crushed, because they could not beat you in the spirit with all their magic. So now they want to come in and they want to get in your 3D space. They're hoping you don't remember their disgusting ways. They're addicted to your love. They're addicted to your energy. They're grieving because you're ghosting them. You've detached from them and you're not paying them any attention. They're yelling into the ethers, trying to connect with your mind, trying to make you feel bad, trying to put this icky energy onto you. This person is addicted to you. They think your love is what will save them, and they need it. They're desperate. With a disregard for consequences, they're behaving very unpredictably. They're burned out. They don't have any energy. They were disconnected from your light and your love, and you were their free energy source for your whole life while you suffered. They're full of anxiety now. They were hoarding your energy. They were taking it while making you sick, dumping their shit onto you, forcing you to transmute it. And now they're nervous. They're looking for an escape. Because it's been seen that they were projecting jealousy. They were projecting their crap energy. They were putting it on you. They were burying you in their inferiority complex, in their ego, in their pride, in their filthy sexual habitual patterns. They were putting that energy on you. And everybody can see that it was a projection. They were resentful that you had special gifts and they didn't. This is a spiteful suck up to whatever authority this masculine thinks it is, and they thought that they could blame you for everything that they were doing. This is a simp, a puppet of some horn dog out there putting it in everything, every hole they can find. They are claiming that you are copycatting them. They're in complete denial of their toxic relationships and the fact that that's what they've been doing. They're very passive aggressive and stubborn. They're being overly dramatic, trying to defend themselves. They're closed-minded. They feel like they're successful because they have caused other people to fail. I'm going to leave this one here. I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.